Hello, I'm Mac, at least for a day, and everything's going to be okay. Today I'm going to show you how I sleuth out that things are developing with No Man's Sky and show you that there is something going on behind the scenes according to my investigation here. First of all, what we're looking at here is the Steam database for No Man's Sky. A lot of people use this to tell that Hello Games is working on the game. And as you can see here, the experimental and the internal servers have been updated earlier today. I took this screenshot and it was a few hours before when I took that screenshot today on the 9th of June. Now, let's look at this, as this here is the Steam discussion forum for No Man's Sky, and this is where Hello Games gives patch notes for the experimental branch that is open to people who have No Man's Sky on Steam to help them test new things that they add. It's mainly just used for bug patches. They typically don't put big update stuff in the experimental. They usually surprise the entire community with updates all at once, but they will put bug fixes on the experimental for people to test to see if the bugs got fixed. Now, the important thing here is that there are two groups for two dates. The 4th is the lower one, so the 4th of June, and the 7th of June. So we got internal and experimental server updates on those days. But as you can see, there are no patch notes for any other dates. Now, going back to the depots, on here, today's, like I said, is the 9th. They did an update to this. But also yesterday, the 8th, I've been watching this closely. On the 8th, they also did an update to the internal and experimental. But they did not add any new patch notes on the Steam discussion. So what's interesting to me is that they've been doing things without making any changes on the patch notes. So this could mean one of many things. Either they're just continuing to tweak the same bug fixes that they put in the patch notes to try and get them to work properly, or they're changing other things, particularly in the internal branch, that they haven't told us yet. So I don't. They're probably putting different things. As you can see, the internal and the experimental were updated at different times. Of course, that makes sense that they would first push it into internal, which is not open to anybody except the Hello Games team. And then an hour later, they pushed it out to the experimental, which is open to No Man's Sky players on Steam. But like I said, they didn't record any new patch notes for the 8th or the 9th, even though they updated those two depots. So I'm just thinking that this is building up to something, that they've kept having these updates for the past couple days without any new patch notes. So I think they're working on something else as well in the internal. It could be the expedition, most likely. They're probably planning to do that, and the fact that they haven't released this bug patch yet, they've been working on it since the 4th, last week, and here it is Wednesday? Yeah, today's Wednesday, and they still haven't released it, like a week later after they first started these bug fixes. So either they're trying to do a really big bug patch and get all the bugs done at once, or they're going to include some new content with the bug patch. So, when we get this bug patch finally, I'm guessing it'll be this week. I don't think they're going to wait any more past this week, but they'll release it on Thursday or Friday. Thursday is a pretty common update day. So let's say tomorrow they push out this big bug patch, but it may also include the third expedition. That seems likely to me that's what they're working on in the internal branch, while also tweaking the bug fixes, because they've continued to update these two servers but haven't put any new patch notes the past 2 days. So anyway, those are the factors that I look at when I'm trying to figure out when there's going to be an update to No Man's Sky. I thought I'd educate you all on that, and also just let you know that I think something's going on behind the scenes with No Man's Sky, and we're going to get an update soon that might include content such as the expedition. So anyway, I've been Mac. Thank you for joining me for a day, and remember, everything's going to be okay. Special thanks to my monthly supporters, Shannon and Jeremy, Shell Owens, JSpot51, Meg Payton. Thank you so much for helping me continue to make daily content.